Hi everyone, this is Kasia. I'm feeling artsy, and today we're going to draw Frida Kahlo. It's a cartoon version of Frida, one of the most awesome artists of all times in my opinion. I've used markers on this project, but you can use any kind of materials you have. If you enjoy drawing with me, make sure to subscribe down below. We will begin by drawing her head, and I'm not going to draw her body. I'm just going to draw like a portrait type version of Frida, so I'm going to put her head in the middle of my page. And to do that, we will do a circle. Once you have your circle, we will mark the middle of your circle like this, and also a middle of your circle going this way. Draw these lines lightly because we'll erase them later. I'm also going to divide this space, or imagine that I'm dividing it in 3 equal parts. So that would be 1 part, 2 part, and 3rd part. And I'm going to draw a line on this top part. And this is where my eyes will go. I'm going to make her eyes pretty big to give her like a cartoony look. To do the top part of the eye, I'm going to do an arch like this. I'm going to do a big pupil shape, so it's going to be a circle, really iris. So almost like a circle, but not quite, because there's this eyelid here on top. Inside of it, I'm going to do a big pupil, and inside the pupil, I will do a circle for a light speckle. Now I'm going to do thicken this line because she had pretty big eyelashes. And this is where the eyelashes would go. And at the bottom of the eye, I'm going to do a line going this way. I will also do a little line here to indicate the top eyelid. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So big arch first. And I'm going to thicken for her eyelashes. And then a circle shape for a pupil. Inside of it, I'm sorry for the iris, I always say it wrong. Now pupil and a light speckle. And then a small arch underneath. So I'm kind of giving her a cartoony look. Now a tiny line here. For her nose, I'm going to do 2 dots. And for her lips, I'm going to do a line. I'm going to do 2 bumps, almost like drawing the top of a heart. And I'm going to do a smaller U-like shape underneath. I'm not giving her a smile. Now, one of her signature features was facial hair. She had almost like a mustache here. So if you want to, you can draw it. She had huge eyebrows, so on the side, coming up from the side of the eye up, I'm going to draw a line like this, and from here I'm going to draw a really big arch, and that's going to be her eyebrow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so a little line coming up from here, and then really big arch. And the second line for the top part of the eyebrow. And her eyebrows would connect, but I'm not going to draw a straight line to connect them. I'm just going to draw these little rectangle-like lines to indicate the hairs. Now her ears will be here on the side of her head. So there will be, the bottom part will be where the nose is, and the top almost at the top of the eye. So I'm going to do 2, 1 C and 1 D-like shape. I'm going to put earrings on her, and there will be just hoop earrings. So from the bottom of the ear, where the earring would go, I'm going to draw a loop, and then the other part of the loop will be behind the ear, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So hoop earrings. Now her hair. I'm gonna do the bottom part first. So in the middle here, on her forehead, I'm going to draw a line going down, go right over her eyebrows, and then turn around towards her ear. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, so down towards her eyebrows, turn out in front of her ear. And then we want her hair to go behind here. However, she has a big crown of flowers on top of her head, and we're gonna draw that first. So right in the middle of, on top of her head here, I'm going to draw a big rose. I'm going to make it pretty simple, so 3 lines like this. Now a line inside, and then this meets, and that's the bottom, and now petals around it. Now there's some leaves coming out underneath this flower, and I'm gonna draw more roses, and I'm gonna use the same exact thing, so like 3 lines like this, a line across, connect here, and then petals around it. And another leaf, and same thing on the other side, so center of the rose. And I know this is not realistic, but we're just giving her a cartoony look to make our drawing a little simpler. Now she has all of her hair tied up behind this crown, so right in the middle here we're gonna draw a big poof like so, a second one, and then from here down we'll draw the side of her hair, and the same thing on the other side, so big poof coming behind the flowers, a second one, and then connect. And I'm going to change these out a little bit. That's why we use pencils, we can erase our mistakes and correct ourselves. Now I'm going to also draw her neck, and I'm going to make it thin, it's not realistic. On her neck I'm going to draw a necklace, so a bunch of beads, and then a second necklace going down like this, like a triangle, and this one I'm going to look like it's a chain. I'm going to put a medallion at the end of it, and on the medallion I'm going to put F for Frida. Her shirt would be here, and I'm going to give her little shoulders, and on her shoulders she has a shawl coming down, so like this. Okay, I feel like my sketch is done. I'm going to switch to my marker, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline everything. When I outline, I pay attention to all of the lines, and if there's several, I try to pick the one that is the best in my opinion, and that's the one I'm tracing. And then once I have traced everything, I'm going to erase all of the pencil marks to give my drawing a cleaner look. And finally I'm going to color it. I'm going to use markers. You can use the same exact materials I am using. I'm linking to everything at the bottom of this video. However, you can use anything that you have on hand. You can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, you can use paint, or you can use any kind of markers. Okay, I feel like my Frida is done. Make sure you sign and date your drawing. And give me thumbs up. And come back to see me soon.